everyone. I'm so excited to be doing this little chit chat get ready with me video with some questions you guys put on Instagram. So without further ado, if you wouldn't mind just giving this video a thumbs up and subscribing, we'll just jump right in. So first off, I have to start with this Merit pear. Oh my gosh, this stuff is so good. So one of the first questions I got was, what's your favorite makeup that's worth the price? Makeup is, I feel like, really expensive nowadays. And so what is one product that I feel like is worth the price? Honestly, I am obsessed, is this the right shade? With this Merit highlighting stick. It's like almost gone. In the shade Kava, I feel like it just makes your makeup so much better when you add it. You guys will see, it's so good. And I feel like that one is worth the price. I've tried a couple other highlighters and they just don't work the way that one has. And that's like my second or third one that I've gone through already. So yeah, that is definitely one of my favorite makeup products that is so worth it. I love the shade Solstice too. You can use that one as a bronzer. Super, super nice. But yeah, I love to just prep my skin because I have super, super dry skin. So yeah, I'm just using this Merit combo, which is incredible, and it makes your makeup just glide on so nice. Okay, another question. What is your favorite thing about married life? I have a couple about marriage, so I feel like this Q&A will end up going that direction, but I love being married. I've almost been married for 2 years now, which is crazy. And I just feel like it is so much fun, and I don't understand why more people don't get married younger. I don't know, that's controversial. I feel like a lot of people are like, oh, wait till you're older, you know, like until you're ready. But I love being married, and one of my favorite parts of it is just getting to be together all the time and live together and just serve one another too. I feel like that's, you know, one of the main parts of marriage is serving and loving one another. And so to just get to do that at our age and just to get to model that to other people too is really sweet. And I don't know, yeah, just loving and serving him and him going out of his way to love and serve me. It's just been so much fun, and I just feel like you get to be challenged in such a different way. They talk about in the Bible, you know, sanctification and what that looks like for marriage, and I feel like marriage sanctifies you in such a beautiful way. I've grown so much in the last 2 years and had things pruned out of my life from him building me up than I wouldn't have without it. Because, you know, friends and family can point things out to you, but when you are married to somebody, you are one flesh, and they will point out the things to you that you need to be pointed out with, you know, like the things that they need to prune, you know, you need to change, that are blind spots that you might have. So yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite parts of marriage, is just the fun parts of it, getting to live together and getting to just make memories together at such a young age, but also just growing together and us becoming better people in the long run. I just got this skin tint. It's the CL, I think is how you say it. I really like it. I feel like it's lightweight and it's pretty nice. But I am gonna add the Merit complexion stick on there just because I want a little bit more coverage today for this event we have for church. So I'm just gonna add that on to these areas. But yeah, that's one of my favorite parts of marriage for sure. The next one is, does Damien do anything that gives you the ick? Which is so funny because obviously we all have little pet peeves and stuff. The main one is probably gonna sound so stupid. The main one is when he's like yawning, you know what I'm talking about? Like, he makes this really weird noise when he does it that I've literally banned. I'm like, no more making that noise. It literally just makes me like cringe so hard. It's so stupid, but it makes me cringe so hard. It's just such a strange noise that he makes when he yawns like that. And yeah, I just could not stand it. So I literally was like, no more making that noise, please. So random. Another one was from my friend Kate. She said, Beltran baby soon, with eye emojis. And we are not ready to have kids at all. I just am not ready to be a parent yet, which I think is okay. You know, it's okay not to be ready to be a parent. I think a lot of people will say like, oh yeah, we want to like get married and travel. You know, that's like what most people say. And I feel like we are still in that place of loving it, loving to get to go and travel. We've been to like multiple countries already and lots of different little weekend trips and stuff that I just can't imagine having a kid right now to have and to look after. I feel like I'm not ready like emotionally to be a mom yet. But I will. I think we talked about the year 2028 is when we would want kids, and right now we're just chilling, which would be about 5 years after we got married. So I feel like the first 5 years for us to just grow, work on our marriage, become in a place where we're ready to be parents, just because I just don't think either of us are desiring it right now, which is totally fine. A lot of our friends who have kids are in their late 20s, and we're in our like mid to early 20s. And so I think that's where some of it comes from too, is like this little bit of pressure where it's like, oh, maybe we want to have kids. But then we're like, actually, no, I think we just liked hanging out with our friend's kid, you know. But we really want a dog and we really want a house. And I think those are our priorities right now. We've just been saving for so many years trying to figure out this insane housing market. And so we really just want to figure those two things out where we can have enough space and room for a baby in the house. And I'll be excited for that one day. But I think like if I were to try to, you know, want that prematurely, it wouldn't work well. Like I think it'll hit us. Like all of a sudden we're gonna be like, okay, we're ready, you know. But right now we just don't have any baby fever at all. Like I could be around babies and I'm like, okay, back to your mom. Like I am not in a place right now where I'm like, I want a baby so bad, which is kind of funny because I feel like a lot of my friends are, and they're like, I can't wait to have kids right away. So I'm so excited to love on their children because that will be so much fun to like watch my friends become parents. Like my friend Kate, I still want to meet her sweet little baby. We haven't gotten to meet her yet, but yeah, I think we're just chilling for right now. Which by the way, the products I just used was this Merit stick and this Merit stick. So the bronzing one, and then Solstice, that little highlighting one. And then I'll show you guys this highlighter stick, which is incredible and brings so much glow. Another question I got, which I was like, this is the sweetest question, but literally my biggest struggle right now, which was from Ashley. She said, how do you balance 2 jobs and home life? Literally my superstar role model. I'm like, girl, that is so sweet because I am drowning right now. So if you didn't know, I do work 2 jobs. I work full-time in ministry, which is the biggest blessing, and I love it so, so much. And then I also am a photographer that I started when I was in high school, and it has grown so much. It's insane. My photography business has really taken off, and God has blessed it so, so much, and I am super grateful for it. But at the same time, trying to do both has literally been so hard. It has been so, so much. I just listened to a message on Thursday from our college young adults pastor that just wrecked me. He talked about taking Sabbaths, and that is something that I completely neglected this season of spring because a lot of my photo shoots and my weddings and stuff I booked last year. So last year in the fall, I'm like, yeah, another March wedding, another April wedding. And I'm like, yes, yes, yes. And then it comes around to April, March, and I'm like, why the heck did I schedule myself so full? Like, what the heck? So on Sunday night, I came back from a photo shoot and I literally just broke down on the couch, and Damien was like, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I'm not. I had been running around all weekend for like 3 different things per day. So like morning, afternoon, and night things each day. And it just hit me where I was like, dude, I'm not Sabbathing. And this is literally a command from God. Like it's a command to Sabbath. It's not an option or an idea. It's a command, and I've completely neglected it. I do feel like God has given me the gift of being able to time manage and be really good with my time and just pump out so much of myself to everyone. But it's really, really hurt me too at the same time because I have neglected to stop producing. And so that's what our pastor was talking about. He was talking about taking a day where you don't produce anything. You're not like giving anything. You're just taking in, or you're doing feeling things. And so I looked back at my calendar, and it had been over 37 days that I had not stopped producing something, a photo shoot or work or something for someone. Like I planned my best friend's bridal shower, that's producing something. It had literally been 37 days, and I just got to this point where I'm just like breaking down, like crashing out, because it's like, you're not meant to do this, you're meant to stop. And so I'm learning so much in this season about, you know, you're young, so you have a ton of stamina, like, oh, I could just do all of it. And then at the same time, I'm like, this is a sin, what I'm doing right now. But in the seasons that are less crazy, I do feel like I time manage. So when you said, you know, how do you balance everything? God is not a God of balance. In the Bible, he doesn't really talk about balance, but he talks about prioritizing. And so I feel like I'm able to just prioritize things that are meaningful to me. And I've really learned so much about how to say no to people, because I used to, when I started my photography business, just get people that I knew, and now it's growing to tons of random strangers. And I think I never used to struggle with people pleasing, but I'm starting to, and I'm starting to try to say yes to too much. And so right now I'm learning to balance everything by saying no to things, and just reserving our time and having more margin in our schedules, like what our pastor was talking about. Because I've noticed that it puts a damper on our marriage too. Like, it genuinely affects us when I'm just scheduling myself so thin, and then I'm like, why did I do that? So another thing is making time for fueling things, which I'm trying to be better at too. I love spring and summer. That's like my favorite time of year. My husband was like, why have you not planned any like fun spring and summer activities, things you love doing? So I planned a little picnic coming up and a beach day with some friends that I'm really excited for. And so I'm trying to just create more space for fueling things. And I feel like that motivates me to work harder when I have the time off. But a lot of times my temptation is to have a day off and then to go edit photos. If I'm not shooting, I'm like, oh, well, I'm just editing. I'm in bed. I'm not really, but that's still, your mind is producing something. And so I'm not doing a good job balancing it. Long story short. So when you said, how do you find the balance? I'm really not doing a good job of it right now, but I have hope for the future, because I went through my calendar for June, July, August, September, and I just literally put on our calendar in all caps, Sabbath, on certain days. Like, no, this is a blocked off day. So when people ask, I'm like, hey, are you free for a photo shoot? I'm actually not. Just because the day is available doesn't mean it should be available. But another thing with that too is I feel like I have amazing friends around me that respect that I work 2 jobs, and they don't ever get offended when I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I can't, because like I said, I have things planned out so far in advance. Like, I have a wedding September of 2026. That's like over a year and a half away. So when someone's like, hey, we're planning this in September, I'm like, okay, well, I already had this booked a year and a half ago. So it's not really like my fault for planning stuff sometimes, but I could be better at planning things less and not putting such a pressure to just say yes to literally everything. So that was my rant. I'm sorry. If you've been struggling with the Sabbath and feeling way overloaded, this is for you to just create more margin and say no to things, because it can be a lot. Because I love ministry, and so people will ask me like, would you ever quit ministry and do photography? And I'm like, no, I love ministry, but I love photography. It brings in such great income for Damien and I, which allows us to travel, allows us to have nice things, and it's the extra, it's the fun money that we have, and it also helps our savings a lot. So I would never quit either of them, but I need to be better at a hard line where I say no to more photo shoots. And so I'm trying to be better for 2026 and not book 17 weddings like I did for 2025, which I don't even know how I got to this point when I booked 17 weddings. It's the most I've ever had. And yeah, it was just too much. So that's why I don't even really make YouTube videos, because it's impossible to even find the time to slow down and film a video. So yeah, that was long. Sorry about that. I cannot do winged eyeliner on camera to save my life, so I just did it real quick. But this is the NYX liquid pen, which I love. I love just like the simple, super easy to use ones. Nothing crazy fancy there. I did do my eyebrows with the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow pencil or brow gel. It's almost gone, so I'm literally just using the bare minimum of what's left in here. Okay. I did get another photography question, which was, what is your favorite photo destination you've done so far? And it's kind of hard to choose. I've done a lot of really, really pretty venues, and I have so many goals of more I want to do. But I love anything, like my favorite type of place. It definitely has to be like the Victorian homes or something very vintage, because that's just my bent. I just love antiques. So sometimes when I walk into a venue and I see the bride's getting ready room is like a beautiful cottage with all these like antiques, I just freak out internally and I'm like, this is so cool. So I love that stuff. I love beach weddings because the beach is like my favorite place. I have 2 coming up, and I have one at this venue that I've been wanting to shoot at for so long, and I'm so excited about it. So the beach weddings are really fun. I did do a couple session in Sequoia National Park in 2023. That was a really, really cool experience. I never thought I would get to do something like that, but the couple was the sweetest and they were just down for anything. And they were like, Sequoia is so special to us. Like, would you ever consider, you know, coming out and doing our photos there? And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So Damien and I got to stay there for the weekend. That was really, really fun. I loved our wedding venue and I would love to do a wedding there. I feel like it would be so fun to be on the opposite end of the camera and get to shoot a wedding at our venue in Redlands, which was super, super fun. So yeah, that kind of stuff. And then when we went to the Bahamas, I used my brother and his girlfriend for some advertisement photos, and that shoot was literally like 5 minutes, but it was just so beautiful there that it made it fun. So that was really fun. This is also the Merit mascara. So yeah, that was definitely really, really fun. And then I got another question, which was, what are your favorite lip products? So before I do it, I will show you guys. So I have a little drawer. I feel like I have always been a lip product girl. Like literally back in middle school, I was obsessed with EOS, the round sphere lip balm thing. Literally had a jar and collected them all. Me and my friend, we were in a competition to see like who could get them all. Every time we went to Target, mom please, can you please get it? I had the baby lips, I had, you know, all the lip products you can think of over the years, the Burt's Bees, the chapsticks, like everything. So I feel like as an adult, it never ended. Like it was never a phase. It's literally always been my thing. And so I have like a whole pile of lip products, which is funny because I just love them. So I'm going to show you a couple of my favorites, and then I'm going to do my favorite lip look recently with my Merit stuff. So I got these e.l.f. lip liner pencils for literally $2. I saw them on TikTok and I was like, what, $2? And this one, the Mauve Aside, I think is what it's called. Yeah, Mauve Aside, and then this one's Baddest Beige, is literally so good. And I just use a little sharpener and it's so good. I think I like pencil more than the cream crayon type based ones, so I think that's why I love these ones. And then I just got all the Merit ones from them, which was super cool. I love my Road in Toast shade. This has been so good. I feel like certain lip products just match your skin tone perfectly, and this is one of them. I love this one. And then I recently got the Summer Fridays Pink Sugar for my birthday from a friend, and this one is so cute, and I feel like it's Summer Fridays, but it's literally going to be perfect for summer because it's more sheery and lightweight, where the Road is more of like a going out or like a nicer look. So I really like that one. And then all of my little Merit lip oils, lip tints are so good. So I love these, the shade Twin Set, and I don't know where my taupe one is. I do love that one, but this one, Pointel, is so cute. So I've been pairing it with this. It's Bespoke, which is the same as my cheeks color that I use. This Bespoke one is so good. It looked really dark at first and I was like, is this even gonna look good? But that one is my favorite one. And then this one is the Bespoke in the lip liner, and so I feel like it just matches so well. So I'll show you. So there's the lip liner, and then Pointel is like this little cute sheery pink. The only thing about this is you literally have to like pump it so many times. So cute. I love this combo. All of these are so good. I feel like these are worth the price too. They're so cute. But yeah, these two have my heart. Literally obsessed with lip products all the time. I'm like putting it on, and if it's not like an actual lip product, then it's something else. Always got something. But yeah, this is my little makeup look, my everyday type of makeup look, where I do like the contour, and then the eyes is just the simple, very, very thin winged eyeliner. And then over the day, I really like this one, but I always get scared I'm gonna put on too much, and then so I like to like build it lightly. So sometimes I go back in and add more when I'm like, oh, I didn't add enough. So I'm gonna add a little more. But yes, those are some of my favorite makeup products that are worth the price. Back to that first question. But yeah, that was a fun little Q&A. Get ready with me with some makeup products to show you guys. So I love the Merit stuff. As always, you can shop my link for Merit, and you can help me out. So you can support me if you want through my Merit link, which I always have down below. So I'll put that down below. But thank you guys for sitting here and chatting with me for a good 20 minutes. I showed you guys my makeup look and just chatted about marriage and ministry and time management, my photography business. If you have any prayer requests or questions about the Bible, as always, my DMs on Instagram are open, or the comments section. Feel free to comment so we can chat. I love to chat with you guys or pray for you if there's something on your heart. That's always some of my favorite DMs that I get, is when someone's like, please, can you pray for me? I love to be your Christian big sister here and just get to pray for you. So yeah, if you guys have any other thoughts or anything, leave them down below. But otherwise, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.